We are this close to losing a vital organ. Yet, we don't find out until it happens. And when it does, we are left with one feeling. Kash, pata hota. Our kidneys are responsible for filtering blood, waste removal, fluid management and many more things. अगर वेस्ट और पानी बॉडी से नहीं निकलेगा तो हम सरवाइव नहीं करेंगे। एक सिंपल एग्जांपल लेते हैं। मानो अगर ऑफिस में ज्यादा खराब एम्प्लॉइज हों तो क्या होगा? पुअर परफॉर्मेंस, राइट? चलिए आपको एक कंपनी की स्टोरी बताते हैं। दे आर फेसिंग अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम एंड दे हायर द ऑर्गन ब्यूरो ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन टू हेल्प। इनका काम है इन्वेस्टिगेट करना, रिटेन द गुड एम्प्लॉइज एंड प्लक आउट द बैड वंस। आज एक इंपॉर्टेंट दिन है। The head of department is going to assign a key mission to the stomach, liver and the kidney departments. He sends a brief to the head of stomach department. The head of stomach department gets a dozen emails, clearly good enough to overwhelm himself. The three department heads get into action. Stage 1, inspection happens at the stomach department. Stage 2 happens at the liver department. And the final inspection happens at the kidney department. अब है इवैल्यूएशन टाइम। बेचारे एम्प्लॉइज आर वरीड, बट क्या करें? फर्स्ट द स्टमक डिपार्टमेंट चेक्स द एम्प्लॉइज, देन द लिवर डिपार्टमेंट एंड फाइनली द बिग मोमेंट अराइव्स, इंस्पेक्शन बाय द किडनी डिपार्टमेंट। जो एम्प्लॉइज इस स्टेज तक आ जाते हैं वो सिर्फ खुशी नहीं बट रिलीव्ड भी हैं। आफ्टर ऑल उनको पता है कि अगर किडनीज ने ग्रीन सिग्नल दे दिया तो वो बच गए। नाउ मीट द किडनी डिपार्टमेंट। They are swankier than the rest of the departments. और क्यों नहीं? आखिर काम भी तो बहुत करते हैं। They have proven their track record time and again. The employees go through a small detour before the final round. A quick health scan by the heart and lungs department. The bureau is running crazy with the restructuring. There are too many employees to review, while only a handful pass the elimination rounds. And hey, not just that. The liver and intestine though are having a nightmare sorting the data of employees. While all this is happening, there's a lot of tension amongst the employees as they wait for their final review. But असली challenge तो kidneys की है. After all, they are the ones responsible for the final elimination. तो भाई साहब, kidneys अपना काम शुरू करती हैं और सबसे पहले employees go through a full scan before the kidneys pass them for the next round. But wait, that's not all. Meet our Chief of Elimination Task Force, the Nephron, and its two reporting managers, glomerulus and tubule. They act as powerful tools for the kidneys as they help filter the bad stuff and retain the good stuff. इनका रोल कुछ पार्टनर्स की तरह है. They work like a team. Glomerulus is responsible for filtering the employees and eliminate the ones who bring in negativity or are unproductive. The ones he finds are performing well are passed. The tubule does a thorough review too. इनका काम है उन एम्प्लॉइज को स्कैन करना जो पहले राउंड में रह गए, जो अच्छे हैं उनको पास करना और जो अनप्रोडक्टिव हैं उनको फेल। It's not news that negative और unproductive employees आपकी कंपनी के लिए खराब हैं। वो न सिर्फ प्रोडक्टिविटी को इम्पैक्ट करते हैं बट एनवायरनमेंट को भी पोल्यूट करते हैं। Negative employees can harm your company. Toxins and waste can be real harmful too if not excreted from your body. Which is why we need specialized organs such as the kidneys to manage waste and remove the excess fluid in your body. Let us get a perspective. Think of your kidneys as a coffee filter. When you make coffee, the filter keeps the coffee grains inside but allows water to pass through. Your kidneys do something similar. They keep the things you need inside your body and filter out things you don't.
Dr. Grover is an esteemed consultant specializing in internal medicine, rheumatology, and nephrology with over 20 years of experience. He holds a special interest in kidney problems, including kidney transplantation, sensitized and ABO-incompatible kidney transplantation, hemodialysis, CAPD, and critical care nephrology. Dr. Grover studied medicine at AIMS, New Delhi, and qualified with his medical degree in 1998. Post that, he continued his association with AIMS as MD, Medicine from 1999 to 2001. and then in clinical immunology and rheumatology from 2002 to 2006. He went on to pursue his doctorate in nephrology at PGI-MER from 2006 to 2009. He has been practicing in the field of nephrology since 2009 and has been associated with highly reputed hospitals, including St. Stephen's Hospital, Fortis Vasant Kunj, Fortis Escorts, Fortis CDOC, and Holy Family Hospital. He is presently associated as Senior Consultant, Nephrology with Max Super Specialty Hospital, Saket, and has been practicing here since 2013. We are so thankful to have Dr. Grover with us. We thank him from the bottom of our heart for lending his support for healthcare education.
So kidneys are one of the vital organs of the body. Vital organs means the organs without whose function the body cannot survive or cannot be healthy. Just like heart, just like liver, they are the vital organs. So whenever a vital organ is affected, it has a lot of symptoms and signs which come over there, and the body becomes weak, because if the vital organs are markedly affected, the person cannot survive if they are severely affected. And of course there are different grades, so the disease can be an early stage or it could be a late stage, and the symptoms vary according to this. The most simple way of understanding the kidney function is that kidneys are the blood filtering organs of the body, or they are involved in the waste management of the body. Liver is the factory of the body, that it is the one where the production of various things, synthetic things like albumin, cholesterol, etc. occurs, while all the toxins, predominantly kidneys are the major organ which remove the toxins in form of urea, in form of uric acid, in form of the acids that are produced during the body's functioning. So they are the waste removal organs of the body. Whatever we eat, the toxin removal to some extent does occur from the liver also, it occurs from the intestine also, but the predominant organ is the kidneys. You'll be surprised to know that kidneys really work very hard. So they filter what we call blood, and to try to understand how much we say what is called a glomerular filtration rate, GFR. Glomerulus is the basic filtering unit. So when we look at the kidneys, the basic unit of the kidneys is a nephron. So each kidney is made up of around 1 to 1.5 million nephrons in each kidneys, and these nephrons can be simply thought to be having two parts, major parts. One is the glomerulus, where the filtration takes place, and the tubule, where the concentration and excretion and reabsorption of the filtrate takes place, and the end product is the urine. So that is what's occurring. So a kidney, on an average, each nephron is filtering some blood, and when you sum up what the whole kidney is filtering, that is called a glomerular filtration rate. So on an average, a kidney filters around 90 to 120 ml of blood in a minute. This is called the GFR, or normal GFR. And kidney has a tremendous reserve. It can filter up to 150 ml of blood in a minute. And if you start calculating it out, so let's say if you just take a value of 100 and you multiply with 10, in 10 minutes it's a liter. So in an hour it is around 6 liters, and in 24 hours something like 144 liters. So that is the amount of blood that's been filtered, and this is just average, can be a bit more than that also. So we don't make 144 liter of urine, because whatever is filtered is reabsorbed in the tubules secondarily, and net absorption is of the order of 95 to 99% is reabsorbed, and ultimately we make out of the 140 to 150 liters that are filtered, just 1 to 1.5 liters of urine. So that is the sort of concentration that occurs in the kidney. So it is a very unique function. Glomerular filtration rate is also the way which we are able to assess how much kidney is functioning. So once the kidneys become weak, the best way to see is that what is the GFR. So as the kidneys become weak, the GFR keeps on going down. So that's one way of looking at it. In this whole process, it is when they are filtering, the toxins. One, the toxins are released. Second, it is balancing the various electrolytes in the body. So a lot of electrolytes like sodium, potassium, calcium, phosphorus, they are balanced by the kidney. So it regulates them very finely that they remain in a very particular range. Everyone has to understand that when we are talking, when we are moving our muscles, whatever we're thinking, it is all because of small electrical currents which occur in our brain, in the neurons, in the muscles, and they are all regulated by the electrolytes, sodium, potassium, calcium concentrations or phosphorus concentrations. So if these concentrations get deranged, the body cannot function properly. And so kidney is the organ which balances these electrolytes very finely and keeps them in a very narrow range. The other function is the acid-base regulation function. So whenever we eat something, it gets metabolized and metabolic acids are produced. So kidney helps to regulate this acid production by excretion of acids, and it generates bicarbonate. So in that way the kidneys regulate the pH. The pH, as you know, is the way how we measure the acid base status, to a very fine value of around 7.36 to 7.44, a very narrow range. And all the enzymes of the body, they require a particular pH to function. So if the pH is deranged, the enzymes don't function well and you don't feel well. So again, this critical function of regulation of acid base or pH is done by the kidney predominantly. So these are some of the key excretory and metabolic function kidney does.